Banjok. Banjok.
Hey, welcome back to our Super Reaction TV. It's I'm Corbin. I'm Rick. And folks on Instagram. It's content.
It's so
Yes, it's permanent. Yeah. I get that asked a lot. In America, it's really funny. People who are Indian in America and see it, the first thing they do is like, if you're me, right? They're talking to me and I'm usually like at a gas station or something and they look and they see it. That guy, my God. Are you Indian? They're like, what? And then the next question is that permanent?
How is the vada pav?
The vada pav you had for the swagat.
What?
During the aarti, the vada pav you came. When it,
We'll get it eventually.
It was delicious. It was spicy, but it was delicious. It's my wife's grandfather. He was a carpenter, and so he had a big collection of keys, and I kind of just stole it from her collection.
Oh.
It's really not as cool as this.
So, do you wish to learn some Mumbai slang?
Yes, of course. Well, I know some, but I don't think I can say it right now.
do you want to teach them?
I learned it from the boss.
Yes.
Yeda
means an idiot.
Ah, perfect. Yeda.
If you want to ask someone how I then kya be bidu kya bolta hai?
The way Ranveer used to speak in Gully Boy, that's the lingo.
What?
The way Ranveer used to speak in Gully Boy,
Okay.
with the lingo.
That's
a Mumbai lingo.
So your friend is called bidu.
So Ranveer, he got it right. He sounded like a Mumbai.
Yeah, in Gully Boy, yeah.
Bidu. I remember that from Gully Boy.
Bantai, do you remember Bantai
Banda,
Bachi?
yeah.
Bunty?
Bantai.
Sacred games.
Yeah. Bantai is from Sacred.
It's funny. Most words you give to Corbin to say, when he Corbinizes them, they turn into a bad word in Hindi.
Remember the Kulcha dance?
He's got a gift for that. I don't know how to say the real ones. That is the stuff of legend. Yeah. Absolutely. Still doesn't know how to say the actual title. I don't know what it is. And then Deborah. Weights. Yeah. A bunch. And Bang to Rasanti. And Randy Rasanti. That was you though. That was me. That was you. That was me. That was me. Yeah. Who else did it? What? Shah Rukh Khan. Shah Rukh Khan.
On behalf of everyone, I would like to give you an applause for speaking out that monologue.
Yeah. How do you find the vibe of the whole different cities you've been to? How do you find the vibe here?
The vibe here?
Not just here.
Well, it's all there. Every single place we've gone is completely different from the rest.
Good or bad, everything you can
Oh, it's
say.
amazing.
It's okay.
No, my favorite food so far has been punjab. In Rajasthan, it was probably the prettiest architecture I've ever seen.
Yes.
And then all the forts and everything.
Did you try the dal bati over there?
Yes.
The traditional.
Yes. All the food was spicy. All of it. All of it. Yeah.
Lassi.
The which one? Oh, the mango lassi. The lassi in Punjab.
Punjab.
Sadly, in Delhi, we didn't have a lot of time. It's just how the trip came out. I thought actually Jaipur was supposed to be desert.
Jaisalmer is desert.
Yeah, I had no
But
idea.
India is desert.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I was asking you how to find two yesterday.
Oh, yes, beach. Yeah, it was really pretty. We did notice that nobody was wearing a swimsuit. So that was strange.
No one does.
Coming from LA, everybody wears a swimsuit even if you're not at the beach.
You know what is it? Thank you.
Huh?
You know what is it? Thank you.
In Hindi.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavad?
That is not correct.
That's the word that's been for the whole trip. Yeah.
If you were to play a role in a Bollywood movie, which role would it be?
Yeah, PK is the first one. Right off the top of my head, I would love to play PK. There's one I just recently saw that I thought, man, I'd like to do that. What was it? Tamasha. No, but that's actually not bad.
Piano player from Andhra.
That's it!
Gonna give some
Excuse me, I have to leave in 10 minutes.
Oh, of course. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for coming.
Am I oldest fan?
I don't know. You are right now. Oh yeah? Thank you so much for coming.
Careful.
Sorry.
I'll be there for 10 minutes and then move from there.
Lovely to see you.
Yes, please.
You should take a picture with him.
My two favorites.
If it was a Bollywood remake, who would you cast as Shaft?
It's a Shaft? That's a definitively.
So the second one, the Samuel L. Jackson one.
Well, that's Sartaj, yeah. I don't, because, well, you'd have to change your story completely. Because that's a definitively African American story. So if you changed it, I mean, you could. I'm trying to think here. I don't know. There used to be somebody pretty intimidating, like Samuel L. Jackson. I don't know. I haven't met a Samuel L. Jackson actor. Maybe I don't know if you know. Who would you know? What? Well, Namaste, please. That's our first choice for like every single thing we talk about.
What's your favorite Bollywood dance moves?
Favorite Bollywood dance move? It's really simple. One that comes to my mind. No, it's just this. Priyanka doing that is
Mine's any ox-shaped helmet thrusting.
The Malayalam movie.
Yeah, same here.
The guy who stands in the corner for 15 minutes. That guy.
If you haven't seen that movie, go watch it.
Yeah, Kumbhalagi Nights.
Saw that because of your
Yeah. I just don't think it had enough money.
Yeah.
Sadly.
And if Parasite and Kumbhalagi Nights were pitted against each other, which one would you win?
Kumbhalagi Nights. Yeah. I said that on Twitter. If those were two up against each other, and we'd have Parasite.
as pure just cinema artistry, taking nothing away from Parasite because it's worthy of what it did. But as far as the pure artistry at every level, no contest.
I would like to say something. We were searching for this movie called Ramayan, the
Legend
one
of
which came
Prince
out in '94. So it was made with a collaboration of Japanese and Indian producers, and it was the most amazing thing that we have ever seen. Even even if we grow older, we still go back to that one. We were actually trying to get you a copy of that because it's not available anywhere. And the very interesting part which I learned just 2 days ago was the Lord Rama's voice was given by Bryan Cranston with the English version in '94.
94, yeah.
Wow.
The moment
We love Bryan
we
Cranston.
read that, we were trying to get confused because of Walter White and
Yeah.
imagine him as
Because of the
Rama.
voice,
Yeah.
it's like, this doesn't compute here.
Yeah.
So if you can get a copy there,
please watch it.
you
Try to
should
look.
watch it. It's a animation.
Okay.
A lot of people in India, some aspiring actors, they admire people like Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, Mr. Shah Rukh Khan, just to name a few of them. So while you decided to become actors, who was your inspiration? You're looking at someone.
Well, I didn't decide I wanted to be an actor until high school, but I've always loved film. kid, I knew every word of Grease, which I shouldn't have. That's a really inappropriate film for a 5-year-old. So, like, from young age, it was funny enough, because I hate most of them now, but John Travolta, Jim Carrey, those were like my favorites as a kid. And then I started watching more acting, and the Tom Hardy, and those are the guys like that. I love most of Johnny Depp's, especially his earlier work, pre-Pirates of the Caribbean, basically. So there's lots of people like that, and for you it was Robin, right?
It started actually, oddly enough, people wouldn't think of him as like an actor. I was already a professional actor before, but I didn't know what the art form was, so I was about 7. At 4 I knew I wanted to perform and be on stage, but I didn't, and I knew the technicalities. I knew how to hit my mark, I knew to be camera angle ready and all of that, but I didn't understand the artistry of being able to become another character and things of that nature. So when I started to learn that, it was around that time I saw Rocky. That was the first movie I saw where all of the characters in the film were I thought were real people. And I remember leaving the theater after Rocky, I looked back at the screen and thought, what did I just watch? And that's what made me want to be an actor. And then the next actor after Stallone in Rocky was Robin Williams. And then the first real thespian that I recognized, I knew the craft, and this was somebody who had completely done it better than I've ever seen, and still to this day for me is Daniel Day-Lewis. 100%. He's for me. I wish he had done comedy, because Robert De Niro and Meryl Streep can do everything. Daniel Day-Lewis's weak point is musicals. He can't do musicals well, and I don't know if he could have done comedy, but I've never seen an actor do drama and become completely different people. And every other character he's ever played disappears. Is Daniel Day-Lewis. He's scary.
We did a beer video.
Well, I like Simba. Dark.
We like Simba.
The dark, the lager. Stout. Simba Stout is my favorite.
What was the ranking?
It was not Simba. It was another one with a similar short name.
Vida.
Sad to say we didn't like Kingfisher. Regular. Sorry. We liked the Kingfisher
Ultra. Yeah, Kingfisher Ultra was good.
Strong.
Kingfisher Strong.
Mumbai won the greeting of us because they greeted us with drums and they all had different Bollywood masks on and then
Dancing in the street.
they greeted us that
Was that the best one?
The best greeting?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
So, welcome to Mumbai first.
Thank you.
And on the 1.5 year, you're doing more of Indian and now digging into a lot of actors, a lot of things culturally, festivals. So, I just wanted to know, is there anything happening in Hollywood like Irfan Khan, Nawazuddin Siddiqui, KK Menon, that's what just discovered. These people never get a due credit for their work.
Right.
Is there something happening in Hollywood kind of like this? You aware of this actor? You're aware of this actor?
Oh, absolutely.
But
saying
people,
people
some
don't
people
get
may
their
know,
due?
but
Yeah.
may not.
Yeah, do we have in Hollywood the comparable thing where the actors know them, but they're not getting the credit that we think they're due? Say his name immediately. That you think we respect them, but more people need to know about it. You know what I think? Paul Bettany.
Yeah, Paul Bettany. If you
Paul Bettany's an actor.
Plays Vision.
He's Vision in Marvel.
We never saw these guys in any award show. They are just doing their work. They are really amazing people.
Yeah.
Well, Gary Oldman was like that for a long time.
Long time, until just recently.
Since obviously he's won an Oscar now and all that, but he's notoriously just been the most amazing character actor ever.
Well, and even someone like Jonathan Banks from Breaking Bad, he plays Mike. Jonathan Banks has been in the industry for 50 years, probably. So people in the industry know him really, really well, but most people only think he's been in Breaking Bad.
So, while doing Indian content, there's a lot of things that even we as Indian we don't know about all the art form, your dancing art form. Then the Duffly one you did, all the guys sitting together. Kanjira, yes. We know all these instruments, but we don't know about these groups. So it is very refreshing to us as well. So we know about these cool things, and thank you so much, guys. Actually,
Because you both have known each other for so long, what is that one thing I want to know, and I'm sure everybody, that makes Corbin cry?
Up until now, I would have said for sure it's two things. Anything that would be hurtful toward his wife, like if his wife is in real pain, and then he has this real soft spot for dogs. So like a military movie where military dogs die, maybe. But I'll tell you, now it's his son. When he had to leave Stephanie and Leland behind, he said, I almost didn't make it when we left. Yeah.
Talk about my son.
So, hey, you were gone, man. You were gone. We talked about your wife. We talked about your son.
You have seen so many tourism videos about India, so you must have been expecting something when you came here. So what is one thing that was better than what you expected, and one thing that put you off?
For those of you who didn't hear that, she was asking what's one thing about India that's better than you expected, and what's one thing that's put you off?
Delhi airport video.
That was awful.
Well, like I said, Rajasthan I expected to be desert, so that was a surprise. But also the architecture there was beautiful. Everything in Amritsar was amazing. And also the stereotypes most Americans have is just everything is just dirty. It's not what I've experienced at all. You expected it to be all, and then obviously we learned that's what it wasn't. But when you get here and you kind of you don't notice it a lot of the times when there is some, like when there is like a trash on the floor or something like that. You don't really notice it because everything else is just so beautiful and there's just so many different things you're looking at. So yeah, I see why you guys hate Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah, I really do. I was just saying that the other day. I was saying, I think I want to see Slumdog again now and see what I think about it, because there's stuff now that I see that offends me because of my love for India.
How did you find Mumbai traffic compared to LA traffic?
We actually, it's what I've said every single place so far, we probably ran into the worst traffic today.
Yeah.
But LA traffic is worse because there's rules and you can't. So like in LA there's so many people and we have 8-lane highways on each side.
But everybody has to follow the rules.
Everybody has to stay in their lane.
Not here.
And so you can't try to get around it, you can't, and that's what a lot of cars here do. You can get around it and get it fast. You can't do that in LA.
I love it. It's so much better here.
Also the honking here, there's a lot of it, but it's all nice. It's like, okay, I'm here.
It's like the Roadrunner.
It's not angry, because in LA it's angry honking. Get out of my way. Here it's just like, hey, I'm here. I'm here. Hey, I'm passing you.
Hey, my hair don't hit me. Hey, my hair don't hit me. Hey. In LA it's, hey!
What made you decide to do Gully Boy? Because you probably had
had many recommendations.
What made us
What made you
decide
finally
on
decide
Gully
to
Boy?
Gully Boy, which was the first Hindi movie?
It was. She was asking me what made us decide to do Gully Boy.
The trailer?
The trailer reaction.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Somebody in here.
So it was just a subscriber, which we didn't call them stupid babies yet. A subscriber just made a recommendation, and we didn't have enough movie trailers to react to. We wanted more content, so I showed up to film with Corbin. He said, "We're going to react to a couple things, including I got this trailer for a foreign film from India called Gully Boy." Okay, go on.
We're glad you did it.
Which has been your favorite Indian city so far?
Favorite Indian city?
Mumbai.
Well, we just got here yesterday.
We have the most time in Mumbai, so it's very possible.
Well, we talked about the architecture.
The architecture in Jaipur is my favorite. Architecture, it's so unique.
It's kind of not fair for me. Yeah, for me it's not fair because Calcutta's always going to have a special place in my heart. Like, why is that, Rick? I don't know why.
Okay. Gotcha. I think they will want to meet us out of here.
Yeah.
So let's start taking pictures and so everybody can come up here and talk like that. So if you want a picture, come on up. One by one.
Okay, so where should I cut this? Anywhere?
Stupid. Freaking middle.
Yeah, right down the freaking middle.
Thank you, everybody. And thank you.
Yeah, a slice and feed it.
Not everyone.
We're going to feed everybody.
No, I needs to be fed.
This Asmala flavor.
Why is caring confident?
No.
This is Asmala flavored, man.
Oh, gross. That's unfortunate.
But if I've got to do it for everybody, I was thinking I was going to go across and then cut it here and then I've got all this.
That will be done. That will be done. All that will be done.
Oh, so what do I do?
Just feed Corbin one piece. That's it.
Corbin or
Feed one to him?
That's it.
No.
Yes.
I promise you that's not happening.
feed Corbin. Yes.
Corbin should be
Corbin.
Frame not happening. I don't care how much you cheer my name.
One of you, a lot of us.
You dare, I'm going to smack it right back to you.
Now it's Corbin's turn. Come on, Corbin. Corbin.
Smack it back at me. You can do it. Nope. Yes, you can. I'll take some for myself, though. That's delicious. Not spicy at all.
Yeah, Corbin, I think you're supposed to clean your fingers then.
Lick your fingers.
Yay! Pretty amazing.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.